fix what is not broken, and they will eventually get to their similar picks. DR Esports, though, they have the chance to deviate rather. Double 80 carry, again, they could pick up a Corki, and as well, I really like this, the Janna pick instead of the Thresh. They know that Rox didn't get to roam earlier, and therefore it's okay to just get the Janna, get the Varus, and see what Edaf rather will play in the mid lane to adjust and see what Omega will build this time around.
So the adjustments right here for DR Esports is they changed the support. They got the Corki once again. Another Senna Nasus lineup for Omega Esports. Rox, I think if ever Varus is still there, are they going to go for the Varus again this time? Not really sure. Lucian is available, so that could be a pick. Right
there we go.
Kali. All right.
Yes, Edaf had again when he saw him back on the Fizz, he had an amazing performance. But of course, don't forget about Devil J Sakali as well. He had an amazing game in the first round robin. So I really, really like this pick. The fact that there is no threat to the Akali at all in this composition. There's no Galio in there. There's no Braum in there. There's no Gragas. So this is just a perfect scenario for an Akali to thrive.
Yeah, no Twisted Fate too, to add on to that. Twisted Fate is one of the best champions to really counter an Akali. So without TF available right here, I love the Akali pick. Who are you favoring basing on the picks right now?
For me, I really love DR Esports' composition just because of the adjustments that they made. You know, not going for the double 80 carry composition. Them, you know, sort of figuring out that, hey, Rox didn't get to use the Thresh because he didn't get to roam. Might as well just pick up a Janna.
True. And yeah, DR Esports, we already know what you have right now from Omega Esports. So they did the adjustments. I love the adjustments right here. Omega Esports will be able to do the same kind of game number one or improve on it even. This is going to be very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wild Rift. Game number 2, Omega Esports versus DR Esports. This is a win or go home situation. Not really go home, but this is a must win for DR Esports if they want to keep their streak clean. And Omega Esports, will they be able to complete the revenge in this game number 2? We'll know about that for sure as we go in the fights.
For DR Esports' composition, the movements will solely based on Devil J, Etaf, and Edaf. Gospel and Rox, they're just going to chill. They're just going to wait for the 2-3 item power spike. We'll see what Gospel decides to pick up on his build. If I'm guessing, maybe Essence Reaver, Solari, and then possibly Infinity Edge, but we'll check that out.
Oh, here is Gospel dealing a lot of damage. Time-lapse is going to be caught right here. But they're both going to be okay. The top side, though, is very interesting. There is level gap already starting. Arison's already level 3. Oh, there's a dive right here. Asus will be okay. Time-lapse, good poke right there. But Etaf will be okay. Will be able to escape. Good attempt right here, though, for DR Esports. But so far, still 0-0. Pretty even still on the gold.
Yeah, there's still no first blood. This is a complete turnaround from the game 1. Double J is fine.
Right. Cross-map action right here as Arisen is gonna go. Impressive is gonna go for the rotation, but Rox is already here, so they're gonna be able to defend it. Here comes the pincer maneuver. Good stun right there on the 2 champions. Impressive, in lots of trouble right now, and he goes down. First blood goes on to the side of DR Esports, and that's your Globe First Blood moment.
Wow, DR Esports just turned that around. Rox just basically backed away after the engage in the bottom lane. Really good read from DR Esports because, again, it is a bit of a repeat from what we saw from the game number 1. Omega going to dive in towards Devil J, getting first blood possibly, and then chunking down the tower and getting first blood tower as well. That was the formula in game number 1. DR Esports read that well. Okay, let's adjust. Send Rox down up top. That doesn't make sense. But get that counter engage at top lane. Really nicely done by DR Esports.
I love the urgency. They were getting into action on the bottom side of the map earlier, and just like that, with a snap of a finger, they're already at the top side. And there it is. Good kick right here by Edaf on the side of that. Arisen will go down once again. and that's 2-0 DR Esports, and they're going in for the push. Jana is also here, and let's see if they're going to be able to. This is first turret of the game being threatened right now. Impressive is going to spot Jana right there. Jana will have to force flash away, and that will foil the pawn of DR Esports. Good defense by Omega Esports with that rotation.
Yeah, I really love how Rox is able to roam around the map, not worry too much about Gospel. It's not going to be a Varus in the bot lane. It's a Corki. They have safety. They have that big wave clear with the rockets and the phosphorus bomb. So this is where Rox will definitely shine as well with the team. This could be second time around, third time around in the visit at top lane.
Round 2, here we go. That's Impressive is caught up once again. Will take a lot of damage right there. Sonic it's not gonna connect right there, but nonetheless, he still goes down, courtesy of Devil J, and 3-0. GR Esports is starting to gain control of the game. The fight's not done yet. Horizon will want to look for a pick right here as Edaf is already here. This one is sniffed out by Omega. Good job by them backing away, but DR Esports are winning it in the early game.
I gotta say, Rox, it was low-key, but it was a really, really good Howling Gale, a double knock-up. They're able to get impressive. And now, Omega, though, starting this Rift Herald. DR Esports, now nearby. Left to see who this Rift Herald, where it's going to go.
Let's see, a storm is brewing right here in the pit. But Omega Esports will try to disengage. That Twin Shadow is going to spot them. So that's the charm is going to connect onto Edaf. And that is really bad, but he will be able to go home. But there it is. Lee Sin is already half HP down. And with the jungler chunk, this is a good opening for Omega Esports. Let's see what they are going to do.
Yeah, so far, it's still pretty much even. Wards are invested a lot on the Rift Herald. So Omega has to be a little bit worried here if they want to overcommit this. The Rift Scholar is not in their favor. But the thing is, no one from DR Esports are nearby to slow this down. It is just Edaf.
All right, definitely. And they're not even trading this for the Dragon. Instead, they want to go onto the bottom lane. If you get Rift Herald, we are going to still get the first turret of the game, and DR Esports is successful on the top side. Omega Esports will get one turret of their own. Dragon is still available, being started right now by Etaf already. Let's see if Omega Esports can do something about this.
They are focusing more on the gold allocation directly funneled into Devil J. We've seen how Akali's can just snowball out of control, especially when we take a look at mid to late game. And now for Omega, missed the opportunity to get that first blood tower because of what DR Esports decided to do. And DR Esports also managing to get that first dragon of the game. So the shields are going to be very important. It's a really good deny as well because Gospel has a lot of pokes. Omega will have to suffer from all the rockets in the hands of Gospel.
Yes, definitely. On the bottom side, Horizon gets priority right here, but there is no objective available, so this is just going to be evened out. At this point of the game, 3-0 DR Esports, knowing that they have the Lee Sin, they will have to try to push the pace. Let's see if they're going to be able to do that. Rift Scuttler is being targeted right here. There are 4 champions to set up for this. That's great communication right here. Twin Shadows going to be casted. Edaf is going to be dove on most probably, but Jana is going to be here. Let's see. Edaf is going to go for the chase right here. Grand Challenge is going to be casted, but will not be followed up this time. Rox is going to rotate onto the mid part of the map. This is a busy Rox right here, and is doing a lot for the team, saving everyone here and there. Edaf is in a good spot. Good kick right there on the side of that, and just like that, Seta is down, and that's time lapse already out. Let's see if they can get more from DR Esports. No, I don't think so, but what a good pickup right there. They're just going to settle on the top turret, and that should go down in a bit.
Edaf! It's not over.
It's not over. This is what I'm talking about. They have to push the pace of the game. DR Esports firing in all cylinders right now. They will not get a kill from that rotation, but still, the rotations are good.
Edaf, he has been so consistent in this Lee Sin for this series so far, and I'm sure it definitely has to be feared. I feel like Omega could potentially try and ban this out, I feel like. But looking at the items now, rather the gold lead, we see that Devil J has been constantly split pushing, has been constantly being funneled all the gold. And he is 1k ahead of his counterpart there, a Ryzen. Having the Lich Bane already, having the arm guard as well to survive against Impressive and Horizon. He definitely has sensed what is going to be the potential scenario from game number one. And now,
Rotation. Horizon, you need to get out of town, buddy, but the exit is cut, and Horizon once again will try to survive with the stasis, but still will be able to run
Ignite?
a bit. He's ticking
alive?
down. Is he alive? Etap
Etap's
is
got
gonna
it.
be
Oh.
there
Tower.
it is.
Yeah,
But
it's
it
fine.
is still gonna be a kill onto the Riven.
Mid
But
lane?
on the mid, another action here and there. Arise connects onto the charm of Devil J, but Devil J is still
Gospel.
A-okay. Rockets are gonna be on point this time. Janna sends out the monsoon to try to save the Riven. Riven still goes down. They get a shutdown onto Edaf, but still it is looking like a DR Esports game. Here comes Edaf, and the Rengar is trapped
Impressive.
under the turret, and they are hunting the cat down. Impressive. Will Stasis try to survive, but it will delay the inevitable, and it is Impressive going down, and they take the mid turret as their bonus.
That was a really good decision coming from DR Esports, or rather the way that they managed that situation, getting a pick onto a Ryzen while DR Esports weren't able to deny the tower take in mid lane. They were still able to rack up these kills. As we can see now, Gospel opting for the usual standard that we're seeing in the Corki. Now another fight potentially.
All right, Edaf is going to be fronting the fight right here at the back lines, though. Charm is not going to connect, but Arise is in trouble right now, and he will be forced to use the stasis, but he still goes down. DR Esports is on the hunt, and here is the pain train, and it's running over Omega right now. 3 champ is dead. Uh-oh, Horizon will survive with the flash right there, but it is another DR Esports win, and they will take the Cloud Drake as their dessert. Well played.
What was that fight from DR Esports? Again, Etaf is insane on this Lee Sin. He's unstoppable. He just keeps finding a rise time and time again. No Arise means no charm, meaning that time lapse will be the secondary engage for Omega Esports, and it is going to be very, very awkward. Looking at DR Esports with their items right now, it looks really good. 304, 313, 305 for all the important carries. Solari Charge Blade for Gospel. So the crits are definitely going to start to be more apparent in these fights. So Omega has to be careful. They can't get clumped up together, or else they're going to get a lot of crits to the face.
All right, and kudos to Rocks, right? Really, this investment on the Twin Shadow has paid them dividends already, spotting out the rotations. And Rocks is all over the map. There was a rotation for their bottom side of the turret, but because Rocks was there, it foiled the fun for Mega Esports. And because of that, they are now on top of this game. 1-11 on the board, and the gold has now ballooned to 6K. This is looking like DR Esports game at this point.
Yeah, the Rocks is Janna. The way he roamed around the map constantly is, very effective. And that's what we're seeing right now. The results of his roams is definitely what we're seeing right now. They're trying to find another kick.
I think there it is, and it's going to connect onto Stronger. Run, my friend! He is going to be tanky for a tad bit, but the Rockets are there to make sure he goes down, and that's a kill onto
Devil J!
Esport. Devil J very low. Akali and Arise is going to be there, and is going to be able to take down Akali, but no!
The stun miss!
Fox is still going down. 3 champ instead on Omega Esports. Only 1 on the side of DR Esports. The mid turret is going to be taking a pounding right here. The stun is going to connect right there for the Senna, but only 2 champions right here to defend this one. DR Esports will go for the Baron as they have won that fight.
And look at that, 8 seconds still. Impressive spawns. We'll see if they're going to be buying the teleports to just come in and join the fight.
I don't think so. It's a bit too late, and there it is. It is DR Esports, courtesy of Etap, who takes that Baron. Etap and Ryzen right here for 1v1 battle. Both will not want any piece of the fight, and they just disengage. DR Esports now has the Baron buff. Let's see what kind of damage they can do with this.
They will continue to siege. They are going to form this scary 1-3-1 with Devil J at top, as well as Edaf at bot, unless they want to just create this 4-man, considering that they need Edaf for the stuns. They don't really have enough CC. So they're just going to do a 1-4. Look at the damage coming from Gospel.
Yes, there it is. That mid turret is just going to be left by Omega Esports. Sonic Wave is not going to connect right here. Oh, so far, DR Esports are already happy with taking one turret. They are going to be sliding onto the bottom side. There is a gang up right here. Etaf spots that one. The charm is not going to connect. Good job by Etaf. Basically baiting that one out. But so far, so good. Their esports they're still pushing the matters. Akali is left alone at the top side. So this is gonna be a good take at the top. Bottom turret is gonna go down. So much money, so much gold is injected into the economy of VR esports right now, and they're not even done yet. Let's see if they want more as the Infernal Drake will be spawning in a bit. Bottom side, there it is. Edap went in, and that was bad right there. And the charm is not gonna connect right here. So that's good for Edap. Mid inhibitor is already down. Everyone is sliding on the bottom. Even Akali is bringing down the turret on the top side. The base is in shambles for Omega Esports. Let's see if the right part will break out. And there it is. It did go in. That Akali. But right there, it is already VR Esports game. Edaf down, Arise down, 1-for-1, but the Nexus is being targeted. Let's see if they can brute force their way for a win. This is playing with fire. VR Esports, I don't like this, and they will just back away. I love that call to get back home.
Yeah, this is just the best call. They've lost Etaf already. There's just so much. There's just a bunch of wave clear coming from time lapse. It's a little bit too risky to keep overstaying. So this is very smart from DR Esports. They know that they're in a humongous lead anyway, so it's just fine to take that reset, buy some items, get the Infernal Drake as a big bonus, and then pursue and siege towards the Nexus.
Right, definitely. Infernal Drake is already available for sure. DR Esports have that Drake in their sights. They're already marching towards that area. Omega Esports will wanna try to contest this, but they should not be. It's gonna be very risky. Let's see. There's a fight. Champion is gonna connect right here, but the follow-up is just not there. As a rise and time lapse is already out of the fight before they can do a damn thing, and they're going down one by one. Only impressive left right here to mourn for the team as they get obliterated by DR Esports. DR Esports smelling blood, and they're gonna go for the juggler. Nexus is next in the target. 1K 500 done. DR Esports are going to game number 3.